What an exciting start to the first ever Ultimate Sunday Pool. As Matt the Man and TJL went head to head, it came down to the bitter end, but Matt emerged victorious as TJL found himself eliminated for the first time in the tournament 2 weeks in a row. Will he rebound next week? We're going to have to find out. But for now, we turn our attention to see who is going to face Matt the Man in the #1 contendership match. It is a battle I have long waited for. These two to go at it. The one and only Luchador versus Mr. Quest. For those who don't recall, Mr. Quest came this close to retirement last week and found himself in the championship matchup 4-1. He has been given a renewed spirit despite losing that title match, and now he looks to keep that momentum going against the Luchador, who's always a tough opponent. Let's take this to poolside for the action. Ding, ding, ding! The following contest is a one-on-one match played under 8-ball rules, where the contender must call the 8-ball pocket. The winner of this match will face Matt the Man in the #1 contender match. Introducing first, standing 5 feet 8 inches tall, weighing 230 pounds, from Mexico, and now introducing the other contestant. Standing 5 feet 9 inches tall, weighing 130 pounds, from the land of Skyrim, the Q, the U, the E, the S, the T, Mr. Quest! Ding, ding, ding! And it looks like Mr. Quest will be the one breaking here, the winner of this match to face Matt the Man in the #1 contenders match, to see who goes on to face Pain for that coveted world title. And there is the break by Mr. Quest from the land of Skyrim. So he proclaims. No balls going on that pocket, and now Luchador will chalk his stick and get his first chance to go in this second game of the championship tournament. He's going for that solid 2, and he misses, and the score remains at 0-0. Mr. Quest, on the brink of retirement last week, found himself up 4-1 in the title match before losing. He has been given a renewed spirit, and he plans to take it out here on the Luchador. A lot of balls moved on that, but they stayed on the table. Not a single ball went in, and the score remains deadlocked at 0-0. Who will strike first? Will it be Mr. Quest, or will it be the masked man, the Luchador? Only time will tell. Oh, we got our first ball in, but it's the cue ball, so that's a scratch. Ball in hand for Mr. Quest. We have had 4 turns now here, 2 apiece, and yet 0 balls have been driven in this very low-scoring game, nothing to say the least. High in the solid 5, he misses and nearly scratches. And we got some action in the far corner, but no. So now a combined 5 turns, and yet no balls have gone in. Mr. Quest has gone 3 times. Luchador has gone twice, and the total number of balls in, 0. I have a feeling that when this game is going to get going very shortly. He's going for the striped 15, and he nails and pockets the striped 15, making the Luchador stripes. Luchador up 1-0. The first one to hit 8 balls in is the victor. Look at this! Oh, that was close. Luchador is up 1-0. He is stripes. Mr. Quest is solids. This is the second match of the tournament. The winner to face Matt the Man in the #1 contenders match. Mr. Quest is solids, looking to eye that. Looks like he's eyeing that solid orange 5. A nice stroke, and he just misses it. And a little bit of a hint of frustration there from Mr. Quest as Luchador looks to increase his lead. Once again, he's currently up 1-0. He looks to double that here, but he really doesn't have much of a shot. Looking to go behind the bat like Matt the Man did earlier. Very difficult shot. But he doesn't! Wow, what a shot by the Luchador. The masked man up 2-0. And Mr. Quest is starting to perhaps get a little nervous And the Luchador misses, and that, ooh, the cue ball is just being hugged there against the corner, not really giving Mr. Quest much of a shot here. He's just going to have to kind of hit it and see what happens. A whole lot of movement, and over here, he hits the Luchador's own ball in to give the Luchador a 3-ball-to-0 lead. Things are not looking good for the man from the land of Skyrim.
Nice.
Instead, the man from Mexico is large and in charge. All 230 pounds up, 3-balls-to-0 at this moment. The Luchador, man of very few words, lets his actions speak louder. Doesn't do much there on that shot, but I think his goal there was just to break it up a little bit. 3-0, Mr. Quest looking to get on the board. We should remind our audience that no one has ever been shut out in this pool league. At least one ball has always been stricken by the opponent. Eyeing these, no, he's solid 3. Mr. Quest is solid. Wait, it was a 2. I did not catch that. He misses it. The turn goes back to Luchador. Once again, up 3-balls-to-0. Mr. Quest trying to avoid becoming the first person to ever be shut out. Luchador striking the 8. It is a solid, but it is not considered his ball until he has hit his previous 7 in. Mr. Quest eyeing the red 7, or more like the maroon 7. Concentration. Look at that stroke. Absolutely beautiful, but the 7 falls just a hair shy, and Luchador will try to get the cue ball, I think, as far away from that 7 as he can. Up 3-0 currently, eyeing the 11 strike. And that goes completely the opposite direction, and that was a very interesting shot. This is a long shot, but if he succeeds, Mr. Quest will cut the deficit in third. He's down 3-0. He's looking to make it 3-1. Here we go, and it's in. Mr. Quest strikes it with a vengeance to make it a 3-1 score. Now he finds himself down by 2 balls. And can this get the ball rolling for Mr. Quest, who looks to face Matt the Man in the #1 contenders match? But oh, he does it again. Mr. Quest, after getting no balls, has hit 2 in a row here. He is 1 away from tying the Luchador at 3 apiece. Luchador in the lead right now, 3-2 here in the second game of the championship tournament. The winner of this to face Matt the Man for the #1 contender match. Nothing happens there, and after a 2-0 run, it turns back to the Luchador, who is up 3-balls-to-2. His once 3-ball lead has dwindled down to 1, and suddenly we have a whole new game. The Luchador chalking his stick with the same color of that mask he wears. 230 pounds, making him the heaviest person in this league. Eyeing the blue stripe 10. That ball bounced everywhere, but did not go in the pocket. It's back to Mr. Quest, who really doesn't have much of a shot here. He's just going to try to get the ball off the corner. Looking around here, he has some, oh, he's going to go back to that original 3. And look at this. No. It looked like for a second there he might have gotten 2 in one shot, but instead he only got 0. It's 3-2 in favor of the Luchador. This is the second match of the tournament. In the first match, Matt the Man eliminated TJL in a very closely fought battle. It is the second week in a row in which TJL was the first eliminated of the tournament. Oh, you cannot do that, sir. The ball has got to, you got to let the ball roll.
No. Finger hit it.
That is considered a scratch. So the ball goes back to Mr. Quest. The rulebook states that accidental striking of the ball with either the chalk, the finger, or even the cue stick is the means of a scratch. And now the cue ball is in hand for Mr. Quest, looking to tie this game at 3 balls apiece, down 3-2 to the Luchador. Quest is solids, Quest is solids, Luchador is stripes. We got a whole lot of solids here on one side of the table. It has been a while since Luchador has pocketed a ball. That has got to be discouraging to him. A nice gentle stroke, and he just misses. And Luchador is on a little bit of a slump here. He started off 3-0. He's down now. He's only up by 3-2 now. And he hasn't hit a ball in what seems like ages. Meanwhile, Mr. Quest does nothing here. The blue ball more or less stays in the same spot. Just comes back, starts where it stopped. Stopped where it started. The Luchador strikes the red stripes in. And it's now 4-2 in favor of the Luchador. He has doubled his lead over his adversary, Mr. Quest. The winner of this to face Matt the Man in the #1 contenders match. And then the winner from that to face Payne for the prestigious World title. And folks, let's remind you, Payne is 6-0 in recorded singles competition. That ball misses. The turn will go back to Quest, who is down. Mr. Quest down 4-2 here in the second game of the tournament. Wait, don't do that. We are back. Wait, hold on. Oh, yeah. We are back here live. We never actually left. And it is 4-2 in favor of the Luchador. Oh, but just like that, Mr. Quest strikes a solid in. It's not to a 1-ball game. 4-3. It was 3-2. Now it's 4-3. Mr. Quest looking to tie the game. He has been behind since almost the very beginning. Luchador has led for almost the entire game. At one point he led 3-0, then 3-2, now 4-3. The first to strike 7 of their balls in and then pocket the 8 will go on to face Matt. The Luchador is stripes. He's got a 13 right in front of him. Not much going on there. Just a whole lot of movement and no pockets. So the score remains 4-3. The Luchador with the lead. Mr. Quest looking to tie it up. It hasn't been tied since it was 0-0 in the beginning. He's looking at that solid orange 5. And I don't know how that missed. There was almost like there was an invisible wall, like in a video game when you go too far away. And it remains 4-3 Luchador. This is going to hit the 8 ball. This could be trouble. No, it's not. Mr. Quest, once again, trying to at least bring this game to a tie. He is down 4-3. Was once down 3-0, but battled back, looking to tie it at 4 balls apiece. What a match we've had so far here on the first ever edition of Ultimate Sunday Pool. That's a scratch cue ball in hand for the Luchador, who has a really good opportunity here to take an even bigger lead. He's already up 4-2. He is once led, as we mentioned earlier, by 3. If he gets a ball in here, he will have recaptured that 3-ball lead. He's got to be careful here, though. The trajectory of this ball will put it dangerously near that 8 ball. If a player strikes the 8 ball during any time but the end, it's over. I should say pocket the 8 ball. It's considered over. Mr. Quest, 4-3, Luchador leads. Game 2 of the tournament, Ultimate Sunday Pool, Sunday, September 28th, 2014. Luchador is... Oh, he goes in, and just like that, it's a whole new game. We are tied at 4 balls apiece. Mr. Quest looking to take his first lead of this match, but it does not happen. The Luchador, once led by 3 balls, now finds himself tied at 4 apiece with Mr. Quest. He is stripes, and there it goes. The 13 orange goes in, and Luchador recaptures the lead, which he has had pretty much the entire game. Is back up 5 balls to 4. This game was shortly tied. And he sets himself up to look like he's going to take even a bigger lead, and he does. It is now 6-4, which means there's 1 stripe remaining for the Luchador. If he gets his stripe in, he can go for the 8 ball. And if he gets the 8 ball in, he's facing Matt in the #1 contenders match. This is a very difficult shot for Luchador. Luchador is up 6 balls to 4, currently on a 2-0 run. And he gets a ball in, but not the one he was wanting. That's a scratch cue ball back in hand, and that sets up Mr. Quest nicely with a chance to make this a 1-ball game yet again. Mr. Quest temporarily tied it at 4. Luchador then went on a 2-0 run, making it 6-4, and that's where we currently stand right now, 6-4 in favor of Luchador. And that goes in, it's 6-5, a combined 11 balls, and Mr. Quest has a chance to tie this at 6-6. A very good chance, I might add, as he is lined up nicely for the solid 2. There it goes. This game is tied 6 apiece. The Luchador with 1 strike remaining. Mr. Quest with 1 solid remaining. He's got to be very careful here. That cue ball staring him right back in the eye. What a shot! Oh man, that nearly goes in. He played that beautifully around the 8 ball, and the Luchador back in hand. This game has been wild. Luchador once led 3-0, then it was 3-2, then 4-3, then 4-4, then 6-4, now 6-6, and Luchador looking to make it 7-6 and then go for the win. We're deadlocked 6 apiece. What in the world is Luchador thinking here? What is going on under that blue mask? The concentration from Luchador is extreme here. This is a trick shot. Oh! A beautiful trick shot puts the Luchador in a position to win this game. He calls the middle pocket. This is to see who will face Matt the Man for the #1 contenders. It's 7-6 Luchador. He hits the 8 ball in here. It's game over. Oh! An accidental strike on the 5. That's a scratch. And the ball returns to Mr. Quest. That was huge, ladies and gentlemen. That was huge. Wait! Oh, man. That is not. And Mr. Quest frustratingly slams the chalk down. Luchador with a good chance to finish it off. He calls the far corner pocket. He's up 7-6 and looks to win it right here. And that's a scratch. Cue ball goes back to Mr. Quest. Luchador scratches yet again going for the 8 ball. However, you only lose if you scratch and pocket the 8 ball at the same time. Mr. Quest looking to tie us at 7-7. And he may. It is 7-7. We are tied. Whoever gets the 8 ball in now is your winner. Don't forget, the players have to call the pocket.
Corner pocket.
And if they hit it in the other pocket, it is a defeat. It is a loss. Here we go. And this one is over. Ding, ding, ding. The winner of this match, Mr. Quest.
Don't worry about it, Luchador.
No,
You were a good opponent. You almost had me beat there.
I'm not worried. That's fine.
Luchador, do you have anything to say that? It looked like you were on the brink of victory, and Mr. Quest snatched defeat. Well, I should say snatched victory from the Claw's defeat. What do you have to say about that?
Well, I said that he made a good comeback, and I made a mistake by scratching by hitting his other ball. I had it there, but apparently he came back and beat me.
Words, humbled words from the Luchador. Now we're going to take it over here to Mr. Quest. Mr. Quest, you find yourself once again for the 2nd consecutive week in the #1's contender match. You have got to be feeling pretty good because your opponent is Matt the Man, someone that you have beaten several times in the last few weeks. In fact, in the last 4 times you guys have faced, you have won 3 of the 4. So I'm assuming you got a lot of confidence going into this #1 contender match. Am I correct?
That's partly, but those other 4 times, my fans, actually, those other 4 times, let's see, it was just all off camera when I was facing Matt the Man. But last week, I faced Matt the Man on camera, and to my fans, that was my first win against him. But off camera, it's like 3 in a row or 4 in a row, however, like whatever score that was. But against Matt the Man, of course. But I'm gonna see if I can make it 5 in whatever score he has. So thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen.
Mr. Quest brought up a very good point that I forgot to mention. Last week, those two, Mr. Quest and Matt the Man, locked up. Mr. Quest walked away the victor. That was just a regular tournament match. Now they meet in the #1 contenders match. The winner to face Pain for the prestigious world title. We'll be right back.